Hey Mike, it's Nick O'Neill here with Leo Digital SEO. So I got this video here for your website and for your business, and it's going to be giving you 3 points. And those points are going to be content, backlinks, and citations. And then I'll show you the opportunity of taking these steps for your business, Denver floor coatings, and why it might be so important to start doing these, right? So first things first is generally with the content, Google likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words, and that's depending on competition and the number of keywords needed. If you're asking what a keyword is anything someone might type into Google when they're looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place these keywords out to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website found for, right? So for an example, a keyword could be garage floor coatings, Denver, Colorado, epoxy coatings, Denver, Colorado, stained concrete, Denver, polished concrete, Denver, and the list goes on and on and on, right? So let's go ahead and put your website in there, word counter, and see how many words you have on there. So you're at 165 words. You are going to want to go ahead and get that up to 1,500 to 2,000 words. So that Google, one, will consider you an authority, and two, so you can put more of those keywords that I'm talking about in there, right? If we have your top competition, Epoxy Colorado, we can see how you stack up against them with your content on your homepage. And we see that they're only at 393 words as well. So again, you do not want to just, be even with them. Go ahead and make sure you put 1,500 to 2,000 words in there so that you can go ahead and dominate them and get more keywords in there. So I got a tool over here called Arabs, and it's basically a tool that I use and pay for monthly, but there are free tools out there that you can use yourself. This is just what I go with. It gives me more in-depth data on the competition and the websites. Excuse me. But let's go ahead and give you some more examples of those keywords in case you were wondering still what those are. So we have Epoxy Colorado, the top competition in here, and we can go ahead and see exactly what keywords they're using, right? And so it could be something like, residential epoxy flooring. We see that 5.6 thousand people are searching for that monthly. And then we can see from the keyword difficulty is going to be from 0 to 100. So that's going to basically be how easy or how hard it is to rank for this word in Google's eyes. And then we see that they're getting 151 people to their website a month just from that word alone. And then we see that they're in the number 1 position for it. So then the list goes on and on and on with the examples of keywords. Didn't want to go too deep into it, but wanted to give you more examples of those keywords. So the second point that I'm going to have for you, Mike, is going to be a backlink. And a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another. Or in this case, it's going to be one website linking back to Denver Floor Coatings website right here. So these links, they act like an endorsement of your website from others, and Google basically uses this to build trust in your website and your business by seeing other websites vouching for you, so to say. The best example that I could give of this is it's basically like a popularity contest in Google's eyes where the person with the most websites pointing back to their websites is winning, right? And so if we go over here to Arabs, I've got your website in here, and we can see that you have 14 backlinks and 8 other websites linking back to your website. If we go ahead and look at the top competition, we can see that they have 2,000 backlinks, and then they have 442 other websites linking back to their website. So the idea is, Mike, that if it works for them, then why wouldn't it work for you, right? So we can go in there and see exactly what websites they have linking back to their websites. And then this is the list of them, right? So then we would go in there and you would go in there and get a link and put it back going to your website. And then that would be that. I do want to point out that not all links are created equal. So it is worth noting to stay relevant to your industry, and local websites will work best. To further that point, this number right here is going to be the domain rating, and that's from 0 to 100. And the higher this number is, basically, is the more power that Google's going to give this website right here. So the higher the number, the more power this website you have linking back, the more power it has going back to your website. So you are going to want to go ahead and stay on these higher end ones, right? You don't want to get down to like below those, below 20, 30 or anything like that. So stay on the higher end of these, and you'll get a lot more power to your website, and you'll start ranking a lot faster with more higher powered ones. So for the last point that I'm going to have for you, Mike, that's going to be a citation. We look over to here's map pack section right here, and we see that a citation is anywhere you have your business name, address, and phone number exactly as it's shown on this Google business profile. So these citations, right, they help you rank in this map back here, which we do know that is extremely important for local businesses since these can generate huge amounts of revenue. For an example, someone puts an epoxy floor in Denver, Colorado. You want to be in this top three right here, right? Nobody's going to go to page 2, 3, or 4 looking for services from those businesses there. So these citations that I'm talking about, they're included in directories like Yelp, Angie's, Expertise, BBB, and there's hundreds of others I'm sure you've heard of as well. Social media accounts are great as well. For an example, right, if you had a Facebook business page, on that Facebook business page, you would want to put your business name, address, and phone number exactly as it's shown right here on that Facebook business page, and Google would count that as one citation. So then you have Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and the list goes on, right? And now the idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet because they constantly have bots crawling to see whose presence is felt most compared to the competitors. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you and your website. And once Google starts to see more often these cats right here, then the more likely it is they're going to rank you above them and bring you in more business, right? And so let's just, do a quick recap, Mike, over what I was telling you about. Once you start to get that content up of 1,500 to 2,000 words, you're putting in those keywords that I gave you examples of, right? And once you start to do those backlinks, you're getting other websites linking back to Denver Floor Coatings. You're starting to win that quote unquote popularity contest. And then last but not least, you're starting to get those reviews up and those citations up that we talked about right here. Well, let's look at why it might be so important for the business and so profitable. So Epoxy Colorado, we see that the top competition over there, they're getting about 8,000 people to their website a month. And that's off of those 3 points alone that we talked about, right? So let's say now that we had 8,000 people going to Denver Floor Clothing's website a month. And let's say out of those 8,000 people, only 10% actually pick up the phone and want to acquire some services from you. So let's say that about 800 people pick up the phone and they want to, either get some epoxy coating, concrete, anything like that. Then let's say your team only closes out half of those people. So we're at about 400 new customers or clients, and that's about 400 new people, customer clients of revenue in your pocket. I'm not too sure what your profit margins are, but I would, bet that that would be a pretty good chunk of revenue for the business into your pocket. Now, as you can see, there's many more keywords that you can use compared to what you're using right here. And the number right here is almost definitely always higher. We don't have Google's exact numbers, but the numbers are always higher. This is just an algorithm that my tool uses. So yeah, Mike, I'm creating this video here in hopes that it'll start helping you generate some more leads online, man. If you do find yourself, wanting more or continue scaling the business, if you want some more information, feel free to reach out and I can help you with some more information, or we can talk about your goals and I can do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. And Mike, I just ask that you would leave one line of feedback, whether something wasn't clear, something was great, or if you had another question. Again, my name is Nick O'Neill, and feel free to reach out as my door is always open. My cell phone's 832-728-9003. Thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope that this helps you start generating more leads, brother. Have a blessed day.